Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 24th of January 2017, on a very, very windy day out there. My word. Have you seen the wind? I don't know what it's like where you are this morning. It's not exactly cold, but it's very, very windy out there. I'm a little bit worried. If I had hair, it would be blown away, but clearly not. As you can see, I've had a haircut again. Yeah, every 2 weeks I have to have my haircut. Look at that. My favourite hairdresser was there today. She is a lady from Nepal, Nepal. And she doesn't speak very good English, but she's ever so nice. And she's very thorough. She's very thorough with the haircut. You know, she does it all properly. There's no rush. I'm in that chair 20, 25 minutes. She has a little bzzz, and then the knife comes out, you know, scraping your face. How do they do it without ever cutting your face is amazing to me. Apparently, when they're trained to use that knife thing, do you know they have to do it on a balloon? They cover a balloon with shaving foam, and they get a knife and they have to scrape the shaving foam off without bursting the balloon. It's very clever. I don't think I could do something like that. I mean, when you think about it, you put your life in their hands when they've got that knife, don't they? Huh? I mean, it would be so easy if they did. You'd never say anything. Never say anything bad to a hairdresser. We were saying that yesterday about the doctors, weren't we? Don't complain about a doctor ever. Because you don't know what they're going to do to you next time. You might get one of those air injections, you know, where they apparently if you get air injected into you, it kills you. It puts an air bubble wobble double into your system. Did you know that? I would say don't do the same on hairdressers as well. Yeah, all right, just sit in the chair there. Yeah. So how are you today, Chris? Oh, I wasn't too pleased with your haircut last night. Oh, really? And that's it? Jugular vein cut, blood pouring out all over the hairdressers. What a mess that would be, dear. And all up those nice clean mirrors as well. Never complain about a hairdresser, okay? So I had that done yesterday. I do like her, and I get a massage with her as well, a bit of a head massage. She's the only one that oh no, there's two of them that do it. Sonny does it as well. He's a lovely man from Pakistan. And he does a head massage, and she's from Nepal, and she does one as well, like that, you know. And quite long, right? It's not painful. I don't know if you've probably had friends or family give you massages before, and they're blooming painful, aren't they? They really push in bits and pieces, and I'm not sure that's isn't it supposed to be a pleasurable experience, massages? What about those Thai places? Thai massage. Has anyone been to one of those before? What are they like? Huh? Not necessarily in Thailand. Over here, I notice that sometimes. Thai massage. Usually they've got like shops all throughout London. Sometimes a little red light outside as well. Thai massages. I might try one of those. How much are they? Are they worth going? Or is it painful? I don't want it to be painful, you see. I don't want it to be painful, but pushing and hard. Well, what's the point of that? It's supposed to be pleasurable, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, I've been. I have to say, we're struggling for news stories this morning. I was looking around on the internet trying to find something of interest. I only found one thing. I mean, there's a lot in the papers, but it's also dreary and depressing, and you know this, that, and I think, oh no, this is too much for the first thing in the morning. Our lovely people who take the time and trouble to join us for this very, very interesting programme. Very interesting programme, as many of you say. This very interesting programme. I don't think you want to hear about explosions and this, that and the other, do you? No, it's just, I mean, we leave that to the main news channel. So I've been struggling for stories this morning, I really have. Let's say hello to the early people today. Good morning to N. Good morning, N. Welcome to you, sir. Nice to see you. Paul Mosley is there. That's on Periscope. Paul Mosley is there on YouTube this morning. Good morning, Paul. Over on Facebook Live, congratulations to Kevin Bell for getting up this morning. Morning, Kevin. He's been getting there a bit late recently, haven't you, Kev? I think you'd like the show to start a bit later, wouldn't you? But the trouble is it eats into the day then, and I start having to rush around. I don't like to rush, Kevin. You get a little bit older in this life, and you want to take things a little bit more easily. That's in all aspects. Whether it's eating your food or going somewhere or driving, take it easy on yourself. Who sings that now? And take it easy on... I can't remember who sings that now. Da, 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 da. Breaking up is so very hard to do. Who sings that one? Someone tell me quickly. Good morning to Ben Jameson. Good morning, Ben. Ali Benziru. Good morning to you, sir. Are you new? Are you new? I think you might be new to the show, so welcome along. Good morning to Juan. Morning, Juan, who got his Harrods tea bags delivered. Very pleased to hear about that, Juan. Have you tried them yet? I bet you've tried them yet. Good morning, Diane. Joey. Hello to Juan. Says, I've been asleep at this hour for some time, but today I managed to start getting time for the start of the show. Congratulations. Welcome and thank you for getting up nice and early. Ali says he's hungry. We'll have something to eat then. Have some. Go on, force yourself. Don't be sitting there hungry trying to watch the show. Pause me. Pause me and pick it up later on. You must look after your little tummy. I had something very nice to eat yesterday. I'll come on to that in a moment. I've got my Slimming World news coming up in a second. Good morning to Ali. Nice video. Thank you, Ali, and welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy. It's just a little bit of fun that we have here every morning. Very, very interesting programme. Good morning to Juan, I've already said, who said, people with the most interesting and dead-on live show. We need more of this type of maybe Chris as the executive producer for all of North America. I like this. No, I don't think I'd want to be a producer. I wouldn't want to be a producer. I'd like to do a little show and have interesting people come on. Interesting people come on, like Barry Manilow. I think that would be my most honoured guest of all time, Barry Manilow. I'd like to have him on the show. I wonder who I get in contact with to try and go. Do you think he'd want to come on this show with the millions and billions of people that watch this programme? Huh? What do you think? Shall I send him an email? Will he reply personally? That's the question. It's windy in Morocco as well, but a little bit sunny. Oh, well, I should be over there then, really. I've got a friend in Morocco. Yes. Oh, God, what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. Oh, very good friend of mine. Damn, I haven't seen him for some years. He used to come into a place I DJ'd at called Belushi's in Hammersmith. Nice bloke, really nice bloke. Good morning to Annette. Good morning, Annette. Guillermo, where have you been? You pop in and out, don't you? Now and again, we see you for a little while, then you disappear, then we see you, which is okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Guillermo. I know what it is. I'd be bored of watching myself every day. Well, maybe I wouldn't actually, no. Oh, dear. Good morning, Guillermo. Welcome to the show, sir. Adam the Plumber's there. Good morning, Ray Reynolds, International. Morning, Ray. Are you at the quiz tonight? We've got a quiz tonight, boys and girls, if you're in North London. The quiz of the week at the King's Head Theatre Bar, Upper Street, Islington. It's the Wednesday quiz from 8:30. Oh, cool. We're rushing away there, aren't we? Let's just go down there. Good morning to John True. 2 days in a row, John. We'll have to have you on to sing a couple of songs like you used to sing. Love, la 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 la. Malcolm Roberts, am I right? That's one of your songs. You see, I don't forget, dear. I've got like an elephant's memory, but not an elephant's arse, fortunately enough. Although I used to have, not anymore. I have been to Slimming World yesterday, boys and girls, and the scores on the doors, well, it's good news, but it's not good news, really. So after I had my haircut, I trundled off to Slimming World. There wasn't too much of a queue this morning because I got there later. There's a queue for the weigh-in. We all go, one of the first things we do, we give our cards in and we weigh ourselves. And it goes on this scales is plugged into a computer and it records it all. So I stand on there and 11 stone, 10 pounds. So I've gone down another £2, which I didn't want to do. My target weight is 12 stone, okay? I'm sorry, I can't convert that off the fly. I'd need to type it into a thing. 12 stone, so if anyone wants to convert that for other people, feel free to do so. 12 stone is my target weight. I'm now 11 stone 10, so I've gone too far down now. I am finding it incredibly hard to stay at the target. I keep going down. I'm not going over it. I'm going below it. And so I now am £4 below the target. Now, you would think that would be easy. You know, go out and have a bar of chocolate a couple of times a day, maybe introduce a couple of pizzas, you know, large pizzas with extra cheese and all the rest of it on top of it, wouldn't you? You'd think that would be easy. I'm not finding that easy at all. What happens is that I might be out somewhere, I might be around my mate's house, and he might get the chocolates out, right? And we've been munching our way through this box of chocolates that I actually bought him a while ago. Be warned of that. Okay, be warned of that. If I ever buy you chocolates and I come to your house, it's likely that I'll ask you to get them out, and I will assist you in the eating of them. Yeah. So anyway, he had the chocolates out the other day, and I had 4. And they said, "Do you want any more?" No, I better not have any more. You see? And I've stopped myself. But I'm finding it very hard. Now, I said to the lady yesterday, I said, well, what do I do? Now, once you go, you've got like a target area. So your target is 12 in my case. And you set your own target. I set that. I'm happy at 12 stone. I look at myself, yeah, that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Not in the mirror naked. I tend not to do that anymore. I used to do that a lot. Possibly the same as yours, you know. Well, not so much anymore. So I got to my 12 stone. Okay? You can then go £3 either way. That is your, like, target area. If you remain within that, you don't pay for to go to Slimming World anymore. It's free. Okay? Now, I've gone under that. Now, I get a week's grace to get back up into that target range. So that's what I've got to do this week. So, yes, it's all right, the fact that I've lost a bit, but it's not all right because I might have to pay again next week, and I don't want to go too far down. People are starting to say, "Oh, your neck looks a bit scraggly," and all this old business, don't they? So I need to bring it back up again. Last night, it's not as easy as going out and just having a pizza, because I said to the lady, I said, "What do I do? Go and have a couple of pizzas or 3 of pizzas this week?" She said, "Well, no, because that's a short-term fix. That might bring you up for 1 week, but then you start going down again." And I thought, well, perhaps I could have like 2 pizzas every single week. How fabulous would that be? I mean, who wants to come out with me for a pizza? I've got a night off tomorrow. Who's going to take me out for a pizza tomorrow? Anyone? Hello? Are you there? So I might find someone to take out for a pizza tomorrow. I don't know. But she says to introduce an extra thing every day or every other day. See what works. See if that works. If that doesn't work, introduce it every day, like a piece of bread. I haven't had bread for months. Okay, occasionally when I've gone out, I've had a piece of bread, but not like every day like I used to have. Anyone got a bread machine? Oh my God, they're deadly, aren't they? Bread machines, deadly. Oh, the smell. Oh, I used to set mine for first thing in the morning, and you get up and that smell of bread would be coming up the stairs. Trouble is, you take it out of the machine, half immediately, half the loaf gone. Terrible bread machines. Anyway, so that's where I am at the moment. So I'm looking for someone to take out tomorrow night. Who wants... No, I'm looking for someone to take me out tomorrow night. No one ever takes me out. And that's not a lie, no one ever offers to take me out. Terrible, isn't it? Why is that? Why do I have to take people out all the time? No one ever offers to take me out, but there we are. That's the way it is. Paul Mosley says that this show is better than Kylie Minogue and Matthew Wright. Oh, I beg your pardon. Better than Jeremy Kyle and Matthew Wright. Well, it's Jeremy Kyle, Matthew Wright, or me in the morning. Which one do you want? Jeremy Kyle shouting his head off at people because you're better than everyone else, aren't you, Jeremy? And Matthew Wright. Oh, it's not right about that show. Matthew Wright. I've seen them as well. Yes. Someone's mentioning is retiring because of Parkinson's. You must be talking about Neil Diamond, aren't you? Yeah. He's retiring from live shows, isn't he? But he's going to carry on writing music and all that. Terrible disease, isn't it? Someone else famous. Who was the actor? Was it Michael J. Fox? Was it him who had Parkinson's as well? Yeah. I suppose they'd cure it one day, wouldn't they? I suppose so. Right, over onto the other side. Let me just flick over back onto the Facebook. Gosh, you're all chucking in those messages this morning. Good morning to Chris Mannion. Morning. No problem getting up for your show in Thailand because it's 4:45. Chris, I am seriously considering Thailand for a little holiday. I am considering Thailand for a little holiday. I am indeed, yes. Possibly October, November this year. I am thinking about that. I would like a quiet holiday, quiet-ish, not Bangkok. Oh my God, no. Oh, too many people running around all over the place. So it's got to be quiet, but a few places nearby. I like to see Ladyboy show. I've never seen one. Like to see a Ladyboy show. So where would that be? My friend, actually, Guy, and his other half, Ricky, they're getting married in about 2 weeks' time, 2 or 3 weeks' time, actually. They're going to Thailand for their honeymoon. And they have asked if I wanted to go as well, because there's like a group of them go. Which I think is a very good idea, because if they have a row, you can just go out with the rest of the group and slag them off to each other, can't they? Just an idea. Thank you. Walker Brothers. Thank you very much, Ray. Yes, it was the Walker Brothers, that song, wasn't it? Bum, bum, bum. Make it easy on yourself. What was that? 1962. Apparently first done by the Iceman Jerry Butler in 1962. Oh, that was a year before I was born, 1962. I wasn't even existing in this world at that time. Good morning to Alan Bailey. He's on holiday at the moment, aren't you, sir? In, oh, God, Singapore? Can't remember where you are. No, China? One of those. I think it's Singapore, somewhere like that. Can't remember where you are now, Alan. Oh, I've got memory like a sieve. He's putting some fantastic photographs up. Thing is, if you're still with us, Alan, you might not be there now, but if you're still with us this morning, Alan, what I like about your photos, no disrespect to you, but you're not in all of them. You know, when you look at some people's holiday snaps now, and you can't see the memorial, the item of interest, because someone's like that. Right next to it, aren't they? Every single photograph they're in it. And most of them looking miserable because they pose, don't they? You know, like that. What I like about your photos, Alan, is that you just take the photo of the subject. And I find that so much more interesting. We used to do that. Before selfies came along, people used to go out. Maybe it's just got too easy. Because when you had a film in a camera, you knew that you could only take 36 photographs before that film ran out. So you might take time. Yeah, I want to get that quite right there. Oh, now can you just move that over there a bit? And now that looks yeah. Okay, let's try that. One photo taken, and a lot of time and trouble getting the subject right for the frame. Now you've got these. I mean, you want to see these people in nightclubs taking selfies all night long, and that's all they do. All they do, all like that all the time. That's all it is. Selfies. How many times do you want to look at a picture of me, for example? Well, I can understand that. Many times is the answer. You're probably coming back with me there. Aren't you, lovies? I expect some of you have got Chris Reardon wallpaper, which I'm considering bringing out next year, which is like wallpaper on a roll, and it's got me, lots of little pictures of me, and you could have that on your wall. Try to get that out before Christmas so that you can give it as a gift to your loved ones. Do you like the idea of that? Huh? But you know, I mean, you see them snap all night long. All they're doing is taking selfies of themselves, and there might be a show. I've seen regularly. I put a show on, not me, but I've put a show on the stage. You know, hello, please welcome Victoria Sponge. She comes on. She's doing her act. While she's doing her act, people are taking selfies of themselves. But with Alan, he's taking pictures of the subjects, whatever it is, a flower, I don't know, an item to eat, the markets where he is. It's fantastic. So I like those, what you're doing with your photos there, Alan. Well done, sir. Juan likes my infectious laugh. Am I laughing too much? I hope not, dear. We can't have too much happiness on this programme, dear. Guillermo is missing the broadcast. You can always catch us up on the catch-up, all right? Good morning to Mary Jane Lockhart is in Scotland. Where are you abouts in Scotland, my darling? What a beautiful place that is. I like the Highlands. I haven't been... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. 1 minute. Let me try and stop it. No, no sneezing. I love the Highlands in Scotland, although I haven't been there for some years now. The last time I was there, well, the only time really I was there at length was when I was camping with the Scouts. I would have been 16. So, 63, 70, 1979, 78 maybe, 15. We were camping on the top of this hill, and oh wow, I mean, the view was just amazing. It was just outstanding. What a lovely part of the world you live in, Scotland. She's off to France tomorrow. Have you learnt French? Bonsoir, comment ça va? Let's try it together, Mary. Come on, chop chop, dear. Are you ready? Repeat after the tone. Bonsoir, comment ça va? Beep. Very good, Mary. Try again, darling. Let's ask them to open the window. Ouvrez la fenêtre. Beep. Not bad. Fenêtre, Mary. Fenêtre. Try it again. Ouvrez la fenêtre. Beep. Very good. Very good, Mary. Carry on, dear. Carry on, my love. You'll learn it. Have a nice time in France. Are you flying or going on that choo-choo train? Woo, woo. I used to be the train at school. Oh, yes. Yes, I was the engine. Everyone would be following me, holding on to the back of my jumper. I would get home and Mum would say, how comes you keep stretching your jumper, Christopher? Because I keep being the train at school. Malcolm Roberts, I thought it was. John, I used to have an arse like an elephant's. It's gone. Did you want to see that this morning? No? Okay, please yourself then. Yes, Kevin, you've got to pay to gain. You've got to pay to gain. The whole idea, it's like a mindset. You get into your head, well, it'll be free if I manage to sleep, if I manage to stick between those two weights. And I do watch TV. I'm watching a lot more TV now than I used to. Certainly yesterday afternoon, last night, I must tell you, I went out to see the film Winston Churchill. The film is called The Darkest Hour. Or Their Darkest Hour, The Darkest Hour. Went to see that at the new cinema. We got a Cineplex, I think. Cinemax or something in Bracknell. So I got the 8 o'clock film. I jumped on my bicycle. I cycled to the cinema from here in the middle of the night. Not middle of the night, 8 o'clock at night. I got no light on the front, though. I must get a light off for the front. I might order one off Amazon. I've got one on the back, though. But we got all cycle paths here, so you don't have to go on the roads at all. So I cycled to the cinema, got there, and bought my ticket, and I had an ice cream. You see, I can eat, at this very moment in time, I can now have a treat every day because I've gone under my weight. So last night I thought, do you know what? I haven't had an ice cream for ages. And I mean ages. I don't think I had an ice cream... Since last June. So I ordered, and they got Baskin and Robbins ones in there, which are quite nice. I ordered a vanilla and strawberry ice cream in a tub. Now, if you're in the States, you know what an ice cream looks like. Like this great big thing. Or Italy. I've been to Italy. Massive ice creams. Here in the UK, they're a bit tight with portions. They're really tight with portions. Anyway, so I ordered this vanilla and strawberry ice cream. And the cinema ticket as well. The whole lot come to what I thought was a very reasonable £14.95. I thought, yeah, that seems pretty reasonable to me. So you got a night out and a large ice cream, £14.95. And this ice cream was large. My God. I have it in a tub because I can't stand those cones. It starts dripping down your hands and it's all sticky. And this will happen while the film's on. So you don't want to leave. It's bad enough when you have to leave the film to go and have a wee, innit? I always seem to have to go and have a wee halfway through a film for some reason. Fortunately, this particular cinema, because there's 8, I think there's about 8 cinemas in there. That cinema is opposite the toilet. How lucky was that? Didn't have to take in a paper cup this time. Blooming marvellous, it really is. So I have and if it's all dripping down, Oh, and then you have to go and wash your hands because you don't want to stick there with sticky hands. And then you might have missed an explosion on a spaceship or something like that. Although there were no spaceships in the Churchill film last night, The Darkest Hour. So I got my ice cream, and it was a large ice cream. He didn't muck about with the portions, this boy. Oh dear, small. The tub was, usual size of a small tub, I suppose. He'd put the bottom. He'd completely filled the bottom with the strawberry one, and on top he stuck the vanilla. And I'm holding this, and it started dripping down my hands on that. To be honest, I said, "Blimey, that's a decent portion." I said, "Thanks ever so much," and he smiled, and off I walked. Obviously fancied me, probably fancied me. That's why he gave me such a big one. And I then travelled with my ice cream through to the entrance to all the cinemas. And as usual, they got two people on the front desk there. No personality whatsoever. One of those. Two youngish lads. And I don't know what it is with cinemas, but they seem to have a knack of employing people with no personality. And these two boys are on there. All right, is it a good film? I said, "Have you seen the film yet?" "No." "All right then, okay then, bye." What is it? Why do they employ these bits thick as planks? And he took my ticket, and I thought he's obviously got some machine to do something with it now. Takes the paper ticket off you and just rips it. What is the point of that? Will someone please tell me what the point is of putting a little rip in your cinema ticket? What does that do? Doesn't do anything, does it? I can understand if there was some sort of device and it puts a little shape in the paper or something like that. What is the point of that? Surely, right? Those people on that desk should see if you've got a ticket. Now, what difference does it make if you're going to rip it or not? What difference does that make to them? And literally, they got the ticket like that and they go, "There you go, mate." I think they're just being given something to do because otherwise they've got nothing to do. That'd be what it is. So I sat down. The cinema was a lot busier than it has been recently. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't packed by any form. There were great lines of empty seats there. And I sat down. I suppose there were about 50 of us in there. Yeah, so reasonably busy, although each lot of people had their own row to them. It does make me laugh. When you go and buy the ticket and you pay your money, "Where would you like to sit, sir?" And they swing this screen round and there's like 2 green seats. "Oh, is it just the green ones?" "No, it's the grey ones." And the whole thing is grey. Well, why are we even choosing seats? Why can't we just go in and sit down and be done with it? Anyway, so I sat down and I thought, I don't want to sit here. I'll move back a couple of rows. I was a little bit close. I do like to be close to the film, but not like right up. So my neck. Here's a quick impression of a dinosaur for you. You ready? Watch my neck. That's a quick impression of a dinosaur. Huh? So the film started. I really enjoyed it. It's a little bit humorous in places. It's a little bit sad in places. I thought it was excellent. Highly recommended. Their Darkest Hour. Winston Churchill film on. I think it's already been on that week, so be very quick if you want to go and see it, unless you're one of those people that wait for it to come out on the DVD or on Sky. From watching the film, it would seem that the other members of Parliament, other than Churchill, not many people were on his side at all. They didn't like him. A lot of people were trying to oust him from the position of Prime Minister and all that. But he got through it. And I have to say, I was on Churchill's side all the way through. There were the pacifists in there. "Oh, no, we must talk about peace and all that and peace." And one of the expressions he came out with, "How can we discuss peace? How can we discuss terms when the head is already in the tiger's mouth or something like that, he said. And I thought, you know, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's a bit like with the Brexit thing, isn't it? It's like with the Brexit thing. You know, how can we discuss terms when their head is already in their mouth? No, we've got to fight all the way. And that's it. It was the same in the war. We had to fight, and he did. And I think the reason that we won was, I think there was some luck in it as well, because the weather changed and all that. One of the most beautiful moments is when all these little boats come across the water to rescue the British soldiers from Dunkirk. That's just a wonderful little scene. All these little boats going across the water, not quite sure what's going to happen to them, but they all kind of pulled in the right direction. So do go and see that. It's a fantastic film. Their Darkest Hour on at the cinema now, and get yourself a nice large ice cream as well. Cycled home, came back, watched a little bit more telly. I'm watching The Travellers and Hard Sun at the moment. Hard Sun is on the BBC iPlayer. Is it Hard Sun? I'm sure it's Hard Sun, something like that, or Dark Sun it might be. I'm not quite sure now. That's on the BBC iPlayer, and The Travellers, which at the moment I'm enjoying on Netflix. So stuff I'm watching on the telly at the moment. Let's just go up here. Kevin says you should see US cineplexes hoarded in like cattle. 200 or more in an auditorium, crammed in like sardines. Yeah, I've been to the cinema before on a Saturday night. That's not funny. Saturday night cinema, not a pleasurable experience at all. I mean, it really isn't. I don't like that at all. Paul says Tony Blair was on Newsnight again last night. Give it a rest. He makes £50,000 a speech. Does he really? Oh, it's not enough. Poor old soul. Poor old soul. Only £50,000 a speech. I wish he'd go away, Tony Blair. Mate, you had your chance. Go away. You've done your bit. Please go away and leave the rest of them on. Dear, dear me. Awful, awful. Good morning to nephew Jimmy Butler, who joins us this morning. Good morning, Jimmy. As Jimmy has got his 21st birthday party this year, which I, Chris Reardon, has been invited to. I did ask him if he wanted to do Uncle Chris wanted to do the disco, and he politely turned me down, which is understand. Yes, thank you very much. Cool, dear. I can't keep up with your messages this morning. Here in Morocco, Ali says the food is cheap. Yeah, vegetarian I am. Presumably you got vegetarian food there. I like spices now. I really, really quite like spicy food. Oh, I love it. I've got campfire stew this afternoon, which I did yesterday in my slow cooker. So looking to be at that. Tracy says they got a kinema in Woodall Spa where she lives. It's £10 and you get an interval. Yeah, but that's with an ice cream, Tracy. It's £10 for cinema ticket and ice cream. It was $14.95 with the ice cream. I think the ticket was about £10. I don't have it with me because that idiot on the check-in tore a hole in it for some strange reason. They tear it. Bum 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 bum. Good. Let's have a look there. Gosh, dear. Can you cut down on your messages, Kevin? It's like you're having a conversation with me. I can't keep up with you. Oh dear. Good. Okie doke. Right, now someone sent. Let's have a look there. Right. We're very, very disappointed. Another one of those very boring awards shows. Now, was this on the television last night or not? Because it says in the Daily Mirror this morning, Dermot O'Leary confronted by stage invader at the National Television Awards. Now, you know me, I find awards programmes on the telly extremely boring and totally uninteresting. Unlike this programme, which is probably the most interesting thing that's going to happen to your sad, lonely, pathetic lives today. It really is. But anyway, there's another award show. It says the host of the night appeared to calmly talk to the activist in an unaired confrontation. Oh, another activist. Now, what were they activising about this time? What was it this time? Some sort of rights? You know, gay rights? Black Lives Matter? Gender equality? Women's lib. Which was it this time? Which rights are? Which activist have we got on this time? Is it one of Corbyn's lot? Oh dear. Dermot O'Leary found himself having to deal with a protester who managed to make his way onto the stage at Tuesday evening's National Television Awards. I wonder what he's activising about. Let's have a look. The host of the night was pictured appearing to calm down a mystery man who attempted to crash the ceremony at London's O2 Arena in scenes that weren't aired on TV. Well, what's the point of that? That would have been the most interesting part of the entire night. Rather than saying, and the award for Best Television Programme goes to Chris Reardon at United Kingdom Tour. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'd like to thank the nice people at Virgin Media for providing me with the little piece of black wire it takes to get my show to you. And I'd like to thank my mum and dad for bringing me up. Oh, thank you, mum. And oh, you're not there. You're not here anymore. Oh, well, it's even more sad. Oh, I'd like to thank all our viewers and many millions of people that join us all over the world for voting for the show. Oh, God, do me a favour. Oh, it's so boring, award shows. Why do they show them? Why? And the most exciting part, when this activist, and we still haven't found out what he was activising about, with this activist who jumped up onto the stage, and they didn't show that bit. God, man! Dermot O'Leary was on stage with Bruce Forsyth's widow, Wilnelia. Is that her name, Wilnelia? I didn't know that. She's very pretty, isn't she? To present an award at the time can be seen stopping the man from reaching the microphone. Oh, yeah. Dermot O'Leary drags up. Did he beat him? Was he beaten? Beat the activist down. Down! 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 Beat them down, darling. That is the only way. It's the only way. The man was holding onto a piece of paper. Here we go. And wearing a T-shirt saying, "Oppression of ideas is not freedom like UK media thinks." Now, what does that mean? Oppression of ideas is not freedom. So an activist that don't write English proper. And what does that mean? Oppression of ideas is not freedom like UK media think. No idea what that means. You obviously haven't learned anything, have you? Perhaps that's why you're an activist, because you can't get anywhere because you're thick as thieves, are you? Thick as thieves. Just moments after, security stepped in to escort the unmanned... I thought it said with an escort then. How much are they, by the way? Never mind. Just moments after, security stepped in to escort the unknown man from the stage. In scenes that were aired on TV at the same time, Bruce Forsyth's widow spoke of her pride, and then it goes on to the onto what she was saying. But honestly, they cut the best part out of the show. How disappointed is that? I'm very, very disappointed. What a shame. Never mind. Tickets and ice cream are £10 in Woodall Spa. Oh, would it be cheaper for me to go up there, though, and come back and watch a film? That would cost me about 60 quid in petrol trays. Don't know. And if you could throw in a haircut as well at the same time. Now, my niece doesn't use the knife. She's a bit scared of cutting people's heads off, aren't you, darling? Wrong country to do that, my love. Good morning to Jonathan Diggin. Morning from Ireland. Cinemas here are the same. A stone would be politer than some staff. I'm not saying they were unpolite, Jonathan. They were just thick. This keeps happening to me. You know, I might wander into a shop somewhere or a cinema or something. Hello, how are you this morning? Can I help you? How do these people get jobs? Who employs people? Now, I bang on about Waitrose sometimes. It doesn't happen in Waitrose. You go in there... Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, we're fine, thank you very much. How are you this morning, sir? And it's like that. But it's not fake. It's not false. Not like when you go up to Sainsbury's. And how are you this morning, sir? Have you had a nice day? Where's your girlfriend? I haven't got a girlfriend. I'm bleeping puff, love. Go away. I'd just like to turn the whole thing up on its head. When me and my mate are out like that and we come across someone, there's a little fat thing with glasses that sits at the entry in the bank that I go to. She got no personality whatsoever. She sits there with her glasses on like this. She sits there with her glasses on like that. They're down her nose, right? And she's constantly tap, tap, tap on this computer. Right, and she right in front of you as you walk in. It's like one desk and this little short thing. And its eyes are just above the desk like that. They're just above the desk like that. And it's typing away. And the door goes, and occasionally she might look up and looks down again. And you say, good morning, morning, like that. Unless it's one of her friends who comes in. And then she's all over them like a rash. No personality whatsoever. Me and my mate, we go into these places and we get that. We look at each other and say in a loud voice, we say, nah, NP, NP. And we walk off and you can see them looking, wondering, I wonder what NP means. It means no personality, darling. No personality, darling. If you don't want to do the job, give it to someone else who wants to do it and who's a little bit happier and make me feel welcome as a valued customer. Toyota have got it right. Toyota, I go to Toyota in Bracknell to have my car done all the time. They've got it right. You walk, hello Chris, how are you today? Can I get you a cup of tea? Which is all very nice. I don't need that cup of tea. But it's nice, they've got it down. You get to the front desk. Service, good morning sir, what are you in for this morning? You know, just talk to me like a person. Not some dumb zombie like what you are. Awful. I have to say, whenever I've been to America, I don't think I've had a bad experience at all of customer services in America. They all speak to you reasonably nicely. Trying to sell you stuff. Of course they're trying to sell you stuff, but there's a way to do it. Don't expect me to walk into Curry's and buy something off you when you look at me like I'm from another planet, which is what I am, incidentally, gang. I'm not quite sure what other planet I'm from. Jupiter, possibly. That's a long way to go, Jupiter, isn't it? Oh, dear me. Jonathan, Kevin says it's British stiff upper lip. You've become too Americanised. I don't want people talking to me at places. I do. I want people to talk to me. Good morning, sir. Can I help you? That's all you got to do. Don't look at me as if I'm some sort of idiot. Like I'm in the way of you doing your job. Jonathan says, I think the jobs must have been given out via Lucky Dip. I think you're possibly right. Good morning to Jake Hook this morning. Morning, Jake. Jake, who's just put this, I think it was you put the LGBTQIWXYZ thing up. Was that you? I can't remember now. Oh, dear. What a load of rubbish that is. It really is. Everyone is included in the word gay. That's everyone who's gay. Everyone who's not heterosexual is gay. We don't need all these letters. LGBTIQWX. It's a load of crap. Absolute load of crap. Are you LGBTQ? No, I'm gay. That's it. Next question. Oh, well, don't you think it should be? No, I don't. No, I don't. And I'm not the only one who thinks about this. I'm not the only one who thinks like that. Dear me. Kevin says, I hate it when they ask, may I help you? I usually respond with what for? Do I look like I need help? Well, looking at your photos, Kevin, yes, lovey. You look like you need an awful lot of help, Kevin. I'll be honest with you. Dear me. All right, good morning to Shane Cameron this morning. Welcome to Shane, and that's it. No, I said to you right at the beginning of the show, I was struggling for stories this morning. I haven't needed any, have I? I've just chatted on. Is there one? We'll do one story, because this kind of ties in with what we've just been talking about. Zombies. And I'm concerned that these people working in cinemas and working in shops have got some sort of virus infecting them. And I'll tell you why. In this morning's Super Soraway Daily Mail this morning, it says, a deadly disease that causes deer, that causes deer to act like zombies is on the rise in the US and parts of Canada. Hey, Kevin, maybe you've got this. Chronic wasting disease, CWD, is known as a zombie deer disease, has been reported in 22 states and 2 Canadian provinces this month. The infection attack. I like that word, infection, don't you? Is this program an infection to your computers? I could be a virus, you know. I could be a virus infecting your computer as you speak. The infection attacks the brain, spinal cord, and other tissues. Throw those tissues away, darling. Full of diseases, dear. The infection attacks the brain, spinal cord, and other tissues in deer, elk, and moose, resulting in dramatic weight loss. I've got that, haven't I? Lack of coordination and even aggression before they eventually die. Well, I don't think I'm aggressive, am I? I hope not to be. While it's not yet known to be transmissible to humans, a recent study found that for the first time that macaques they're monkeys, aren't they? Macaques? MACAQUES, macaques, could get the disease after consuming infected meat, sparking fears that a variant targeting humans could soon emerge. Warnings over zombie deer disease have caused many to draw parallels to the mad cow epidemic. So I think that's what they've got. That is clearly what they've got. They've all got this mad deer disease, I think. Yes, I'm sure that is what it is. The mad deer disease is striking the people. And strangely enough, generally only the people that work in shops and in cinema complexes. And that is what it is. Thank you. Jake says, morning, you missed the nude letter, which is K, stands for kink. Not sure what that is. Come round, Jake, and I'll show you, my friend. Good morning to Minnie Alderson this morning, joining us quite late. We're nearly finished now, Minnie, I'm afraid, darling. I'm sorry about that. Right, let's do today's birthdays, and then I'll tell you about our quiz tonight. If you're in North London this evening, then come and join us for a quiz this evening. That'll be starting at 8:30. I'll tell you in a moment. This morning's birthdays then. Happy birthday to Carol Ann Ruckoff. That's mum of my mate, Ronnie. Happy birthday, Carol. 71 years old today, and you don't look 71, darling. Happy birthday, Carol. All right, sweetheart. Happy birthday to Holly Emma this morning. Picture of you and two beautiful dogs. Happy birthday, Holly. Mystery Shaw. Happy birthday, Mystery. And happy birthday to Paul Finicky. Are you coming along to the karaoke, to the quiz tonight? Paul tonight is a very old, 38 years old, aren't you, Paul? So let's sing happy birthday to our wonderful people this morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol, Holly, Mystery and Paul. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthdays, boys and girls. Quiz night tonight. Here we are. That's that. At the King's Head Theatre Bar. Join us for the Quiz of the Week. Boo boo! Yes, I'll be hosting our quiz this evening at the King's Head Theatre Pub, 115 Upper Street, Islington, N1 1QN from 8:30 tonight. Come and have a go, boys and girls. It's all a bit about having a laugh, okay? Don't worry too much about the winning. It's all about the joining in. Starts at 8:30. Finishes about 10:30. It's very, very easy going. 2 lots of questions, a picture round and a music round. There is a prize, a £30 bar tab, which you can win. Second prize is a bottle of wine. We've got some lovely staff down there as well. Thomas will probably be there, and maybe Barry. I don't know who else will be on tonight, but I'll certainly be there reading the questions. King's Head Theatre Bar quiz tonight from 8:30 every Wednesday at the King's Head Theatre Bar, Upper Street in Islington. Okay, Jonathan's enjoyed the show this morning. Thank you, Jonathan. Hello to Dynamo Food Die Entertainer in Birmingham. Oh, I worked in Birmingham. Oh, it's some years ago now at Route 64. It was opposite the Nightingale. I think that's closed as well now. We were right on the corner. It was never busy. I don't know why. It was a wonderful venue. No one ever came. Didn't matter what we did there. No one ever came. So I was there for about 9 months. I was there doing karaoke on a Friday night. Going back here 7 years, 8 years, maybe a little bit longer than that even. So good morning. I know Birmingham very well. Thank you very much. Adam says, Chris, you say about LGBT, my old friend Joe Purvis. who used to do Sunny Dances One, interviewed and asked what it was like to be part of the LGBT community in the 50s. She replied, "What's the LGBT? I'm queer. She and you certainly have the right attitude. Why all these names for being gay? I don't know, but I'm certainly not LGBT. I'm gay. That's it. That's it. Don't need all these stupid long letters. I don't need to feel included in everything. I am included in everything, the same as you are and everyone else. We don't need all these letters going on. And it's not just, well, it's one thing, isn't it? It's just one thing. There's so much of this crap going around, all this political correctness. I'm sick of it. Sick to death of it, I tell you. And I'll mention it as well. Finally, over on Periscope, happy birthday to Stink Turkey. Are you live? Do you read messages? We do read messages, but that's not just what we do on the show, okay? We read messages when we got 1 or 2 moments to read them rather than just constantly, because I think it's very boring just sitting here reading people's messages, not just for me, but for you as well. So I come in and out of those. Hello to Moju, who's working at an Indian English news channel. Oh, how fascinating. Is that in India, is it? Is that in India? What a shame you've come to us so late in the show. We could have had a little bit of a chat about that. But never mind. Okay, that's it for the show today. Thanks very much for joining us. Hopefully I'll be with you again tomorrow morning, around about the same time, around about 9:15, 9:30 here on Facebook Live, YouTube, Periscope, and all the rest of them as well, all right? Have a nice Wednesday, and I'll see some of you down the quiz tonight from 8:30 at the King's Head Theatre Bar. I'm off for a swim now. Cheerio.